Hi, I'm Chelsea.
And I'm Julie.
We're moms and we're super basic. We've got our drinks and we're ready to chat. Cheers.
Cheers.
It's July 1st and we've got everything you want to talk about ready for the evening. So take it away, Julie.
Okay, so what are you drinking tonight?
I got creative, so I went to the liquor store today. Well, I ordered on an app and they put it in my car. I didn't go in. I found this on their app because I started trying ciders again this weekend, and this one is a white down east cider, craft cider. I don't know. Unfiltered down east white seltzer cider. No, cider.
No, unfiltered means it's going to have like chunks at the bottom, right?
Oh, does it?
Yeah, don't shake it. Don't.
Okay.
Yeah, unfiltered usually has, and I've had unfiltered cider before and it like filled my belly up really bad.
Okay, so says orange and lemon peel with cracked coriander, unfiltered in the almost classic Belgian style. And then it has writing upside down, which I always love this because I'm really good at reading.
Don't flip it.
I know, right? So that's good. Okay, what about you?
Okay, so I did a thing. Remember when you were talking about your wine spritzer and you were like, I don't get it. It's just watered down wine. Yeah. And then I was like, well, what if you did your wine spritzer with the like spiked seltzer? So say hello to Moscato on the bottom with, I've been drinking it for a while. I've done already. And we've got the, whatchamacallit, the Sun Sips on top.
What is it?
The Sun Sips, the vodka soda. What were they?
Oh no, High Noon.
High Noon, yes.
So it's like Sun Sips. What is that?
High Noon on the top, Moscato on the bottom.
So you have white wine and then vodka soda.
Well, but they're really seltzers. I mean, I would have done it with a seltzer too.
I was going to say that's like a bad mixture.
No, I did it on, I did it over the weekend. I actually had 4 of them. So like 2 full, what are they called again? High Noons.
Mm-hmm.
So half wine, half. So like, yeah, 4 drinks. Each one made 2 drinks. Yeah.
Feeling the effects yet?
No, and I didn't even wake up remotely hungover because you know what it is? They have such a low alcohol content to begin with.
Yeah, I think they're 4.5, right?
Yeah, and like wine's not that much, is it?
I've never, like, do they put that on the wine bottle? I'm not
sure. I think they do, but I feel like Moscato is basically like sugar water. So
I'm really curious if I can read this upside down now that I've seen it. We know it's upside down. Why? Because the best way to drink our unfiltered cider is to shake it up first.
Oh, I was wrong. I thought you don't shake them. I thought it was like kombucha.
By turning the can over to read this, you're halfway there. Give it a shake. Wait 10 seconds and enjoy. Unfiltered the way it should be.
All right, sorry. Shake it around.
I'm missing out.
My bad.
It's good though. It's kind of like a more fruity Blue Moon.
I'm a big fan of ciders. There's a lot of good like cider houses. Is that what they call them? Up here in Vermont. And we get like Stowe cider a lot. It's really good.
Okay. I tried.
Oh, and Citizen cider.
I tried like a what's that? Like there's like a apple cider, hard cider brand. I forget the brand of it, but they had a rosé cider. I was very confused by it, but I purchased.
Oh, what is that called? That's from Vermont too. What's it called? Something Angry Orchard?
Yes. So they had a rosé, but it was just tastes like apple cider. I don't know. Like they said it was like red apples. Like aren't most apples red already?
Some are green and yellow.
I know, so it's not Granny Smith, but okay. So I wouldn't recommend that rosé one, but this is pretty good.
All right, awesome.
Yeah. Now that we spent 10 minutes on drinks.
The important stuff.
Yeah.
How are you doing?
Yeah. No, how are you doing?
Me? Yeah. I'm doing better. So, cast fully off.
Good.
Walking around, feeling good. For those that don't know, I broke my ankle almost 5 weeks ago now. But for the past 3 days, we've had thunder and lightning storms, which stinks because kids are only like, they're only like a novelty like every couple days or like once in a while. But now that we're on day 3 and we even lost our power for a little bit today, they're like over it. Like we just want to go outside and play.
Yeah.
Especially since I was like holed up on the couch with my leg propped up for so many weeks. And now it's like we can finally, I can like, it still hurts a bit to walk on like uneven ground and like up hills, and the steps don't feel great, but like I could go outside and do stuff now. But no, and like if I show you my app, it's supposed to be like thunder and lightning storms the rest of the week too.
Now, is that because it's so hot there, or like is it still really hot too?
It's pretty humid. I would say so. Yeah, it's going to be like 87, 80. I know that's not super duper hot, but
for you guys it is.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're waiting for the weather to clear up.
Oh yeah, I just want to go outside. I just want to play.
So I am a weekend and 2 days into my summer break. I finished working last week, and it's going well. We're doing lots of pool time, beach time, and Jackson's just like a little fish. So that's great. We're going to the beach tomorrow for the 4th of July weekend. So lots of cousin time, which he's really excited about. And it's kind of like our last beach weekend before the house is rented for a month. So then we'll be home, and I kind of like that too, because being away from home for every weekend, kind of like, even though like I don't want to complain like, oh, we're stuck at the beach house on the weekends, but like I like being home and like feeling like I'm getting stuff done too. And last but not least, I've continued with running in the evenings, and I'm loving it. And I'll share a little bit later about one of my stories from what I did after my run last night.
Okay. So
stay tuned.
We were kind of light on celeb gossip again. Did you see anything worth even talking about?
No, actually. Well, I did see that it was Khloe Kardashian's birthday.
Oh yeah.
And for her.
I saw that Rob came out of hiding for like the first time in forever, right? Like,
did you see a picture of him or no?
Yeah, he was in pictures from like her birthday celebration.
Huh. I didn't dive that far into it. I just saw like all the decorations.
Yeah, the only other thing I heard is Emma Roberts is pregnant.
Yeah?
Yeah. Which seems, I feel like she's like 10, but she's not, right?
Like, I think she's our age, actually.
Yeah, I think she's not that young.
But I feel like, because she was in Harry Potter, right? Am I mixing
No, that's Emma Watson.
Oh, I always mix them up. Just kidding. I don't remember who Emma Roberts is. Wait, is she like the blonde mean girl in one of those shows?
I think she started out on like a Nick or Disney show. I might be wrong. And then she was in like some of the seasons of American Horror Story. I'm sure she's done other stuff. Really, the only thing I ever saw her in was the American Horror Story season about witches.
Oh, okay.
And she dated the guy from that for a long time. And yeah, she was like in the news because he like for like a domestic with him at one point. But that is not the baby dad. She's her boyfriend or fiance. They might be engaged. Is Garrett Hedlund, who I also didn't know who he was. So yeah, not much going on.
So since there's not celeb news, we know if you're on social media at all, I'm sure you're seeing, oh my God, are these hitting me that hard already? Fireworks posts. Like everyone's like, why are there fireworks going off all hours of the night?
So this is not a thing here.
Okay.
You do not have fireworks going off. So
Julie's in Vermont. I'm in New Jersey. It is happening here every night, probably for the past month. So Simon Holland's post about Happy June 28th, my neighbors with fireworks, like that's 100% accurate. And yeah, it's all the time.
So I did a little bit of a deep dive because, you know, I love a good conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
I've listened to two podcasts about it and gone down like a Reddit rabbit hole. Do you know anything about the conspiracy theories?
I heard some conspiracy that cops are putting them into neighborhoods, but that's as far as I've heard. Like,
yeah, it gets bonkers if you deep dive. It's
what's the craziest conspiracy theory that you've found?
that the government's going to bomb the cities. I think is the craziest one I heard.
With
and that
fireworks?
They're conditioning people so that when they hear the bombings go off, they won't even like get up and look out their window because they'll be so used to fireworks.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What's
that person
craziest?
I don't know. I mean, that's definitely the craziest. I mean, there's people that think that they're being left deliberately, and there's a lot of speculation about like who's setting them off. There's all sorts of stories if you go on Reddit about people that'll be like, I was in an alley and a firework went off like 10 feet from me and I walked over and there was no one there. So, I mean, there isn't really like a theory as to why, but there's just a lot of stories like that going on too.
Okay. Huh. I mean, yeah, it's around me. It's just people in the neighborhood. Like,
but are they
2 houses down, like, loves fireworks clearly and is setting them off, and his kids are out there watching them.
Is there are they like legit like professional grade fireworks? Because I've also heard that they're professional grade.
So no, his are more just like Roman candle kind of stuff, sparklers, whatever. However, at the shore, at the shore, there are like on last weekend, Jackson was going to sleep and he's like, I heard fireworks. I put pillow over my head because it was like an actual professional, like freaking cannon firework.
Yeah, so that's what I heard is that in a lot of the neighborhoods in New York City, they're professional grade. And that's what they're saying. Like all the people that are saying, oh, it's just like teenagers. They're like, well, how are teenagers getting their hands on professional grade fireworks?
Well, so are fireworks legal in New York? Because I know they're not. You can't purchase those in New Jersey.
Well, I don't think you can. I don't think, like, even where they're legal, I don't think some of the ones going off are legal. Do you know what I mean? Like the professional grade ones. So like we can buy fireworks in Vermont, but you can't buy the type that would get set off at a professional show.
Pretty sure you can buy them in PA.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't realize
that there's like cannon fireworks in PA.
Oh, maybe.
But if you have a New Jersey driver's license, they won't sell them to you.
And then I'm guessing they won't.
Legal here, only like the small ones are now. I'm
guessing they won't sell them then if you have a New York license either. So
yeah,
the theory that like how are teenagers in New York City getting professional grade fireworks is kind of still accurate. Here's my theory. I thought that maybe it started out as like, you know, these companies, they like produce all the fireworks and then all the displays like were getting canceled. So they're like, well, let's just like leave them. It'll be like a fun thing. And then it like turned into like a big mess of a thing. And now they're like, not me.
Yes, I don't have any like theories besides people are just setting them off. And I think people are buying them and bringing them over state line. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I might just be naive.
What was that?
I might just be naive. I don't know.
Have you heard anything, though, about them going off? One person somewhere, maybe on a podcast, was saying that they're going off like every hour on the hour. Like, who's up all night doing that? Like from like 11 to 5 a.m.
No, I really haven't heard them after like 12 o'clock. Like here, it's really like at home, it's really just like 9 or 10 o'clock. Someone sets them off. You can hear them in the distance, like but not really past like, I would say even 11. At the beach, it's a little bit later because I think people are on the beach setting them off.
Mm.
And
Yeah,
then you
that
see the
makes sense.
cops like go down the street and then they stop.
Yeah.
And then it's the next street over and then the cops go down, then they stop. So it's really just like, you're just like hearing them all over. And this weekend's probably going to be nuts.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you'd expect it this weekend.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because
And
it's
they're
not
not
often
doing
4th of July
fireworks.
is, what was that?
They like canceled fireworks for the 4th of July here.
Oh, yeah. That's what I heard.
So they're probably going to be even crazier than normal with fireworks, with people setting fireworks off.
Yeah, I'd think so. So we don't know what's going on with the fireworks, but if you have a theory, no matter how wacky, I would love to hear it. Please share.
Okay, we had 2 blog posts on the blog this week. We had one on Friday from Celeste. Is it safe to camp this summer? And I liked this because she gave like a really thorough approach to like making that decision and some steps to take before venturing out. Like stuff like I wouldn't even think of about like when she was talking about like doing your research and like checking all these different guidelines to make sure that, like you have everything and to like keep you safe and healthy. And so check that out if you're looking to go camping this summer or just in general, to make sure you have everything, all your boxes checked. And did you read that one? Any comments?
Yeah, what I liked about that one was that she didn't just like speculate. She went and asked nurses. So it was like really helpful because it wasn't just like, this is what some mom thinks about camping.
Yeah.
Like she actually went to the source and got her questions answered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very thorough.
Mm-hmm.
And the next one from Heather was, say it isn't so, how I spent a week without a stove. Now Heather was getting a new stove installed and had a week between without a stove. So she really put some of her smaller appliances into play, and she linked some great recipes too. And I love Heather's like recipe posts because she posts like recipes that I've never heard of. Because she's from the South, and like I'm like, that sounds delicious, and I've never even heard of something like this. So I love her posts with recipes for that, and she always gives shout outs to some great blogs too.
Yeah, and the other thing about this post was that she has small appliances that I've legit never even heard of. Like if we had to go without our stove, we'd be microwaving like chicken nuggets and eating frozen waffles in the toaster. Like I mean, I have a crock pot too, but that's about it for like small appliances. So it was cool to see some of the small appliances she has that I had never even heard of. Like I didn't know that there was a crock pot the shape and size of a casserole dish.
Yes, I know. I saw that. I was like, I was looking at it like, what is that? And I was like, that's a crock pot? Like I've never seen that before either. Also, I have kind of envy of her new stove that she got.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
Amazing. So I'm super jealous, and I'm like, oh my God, that's like such a beautiful stove.
So yeah, this is like something for any mom who's into cooking or kitchen gadgets to like totally lust over this whole post.
Definitely. So check it out. Those, like I said, were up on the blog Friday and Monday.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so you're not watching or reading or listening to anything?
So I am listening to the book that I mentioned last week, Things I Cannot Say. It's picking up a little bit, but I'm just listening to it when I run, so it's really just like an hour at a time. So hopefully I'll be done it soon so I can move on to something else. And I did finish Normal People, which I know we will talk about in our TV show group Zoom thing. But I've done that, but I haven't started anything else.
Okay. So I watched Alias Grace over the weekend. It's short. It's only 6 episodes. It's a little bit slow. It's a little bit dry, but it's definitely like a psychological kind of like, did she do it? Didn't she do it? Kind of thing all the way through to like the last minute. basically.
Okay.
So this one, I've been texting you to watch it because I want to know what other people think, if she did it or not. Like, I just want to know how other people
Is
interpret.
it
Like,
based off of a book?
I think it is. Yeah. Did you read the book?
I'm thinking I might have read the book.
Okay, so it's about like a maid servant who gets
Didn't read the book.
no. She's in Canada in like the late 1800s, and she's like tried for murdering the like owner of the home that she worked in. And
Okay.
yeah, there's some discrepancy as to like whether she did it or whether the man that worked there did it, or whether they did it together. And the gist of it is that she's been in jail for like 15 years. She was really young when it happened. I think
Oh
she
my
was supposed to
gosh.
be like 15 or 16. And a psychiatrist comes to talk to her because there's some people that think that she's innocent, that are trying to get her out of jail. And so it's all just meetings with the psychiatrist and her going through like what happened in those like days leading up to it and everything. And it's I don't know. I want to know what other people think.
Okay, well, I will start watching it because it does sound interesting. But there are actually two books that I've read that sounds super similar to this. So, Where the Crawdads Sing.
Okay.
Did you hear that book?
I've
So
heard of
that,
that. Everyone was talking about that last summer.
yeah. So like that's kind of has a similar like murder. Did she do it? Did she not do it? Um, so that's kind of I guess similar. That's why when you said like she's in jail, there's like, you like it's kind of going on. And then there was another one I read. The name is gonna escape me now. The Woman Inside.
Mm. That
That's,
sounds like it would be super similar to this, just based on the
yeah,
title.
it's her and her therapist going back and forth while she's institutionalized about like what happened to her because she was found with blood all over her hands and like her husband was murdered.
Oh, okay, okay.
So it kind of like goes back. So that's like another sounds kind of similar
That
to.
sounds really similar, but I'm guessing that's more like modern times.
No,
No?
no.
Oh,
It's I mean, yeah, I can't think of what I want to say. It was probably like early 1900s.
oh, okay, okay. Yeah.
So yeah, they both kind of have bits and pieces similar, but
Yeah. Okay,
what
and
is
then
the English Game?
yeah, so we've been watching the English Game. Mike is down for watching this one with me. He's very into like the British Football League and everything like that. So this is sort of about how it went from being like a non-professional sport to a professional sport. And it just follows some of like the working class players and then like the more wealthy players and how players started getting paid to play. Hasn't been super like actiony, but it's interesting, especially if you're into like BBC type shows. It has a very like Downton Abbey feel to it.
Okay. Okay.
So I mean, I'd recommend it. We've watched 4 episodes so far, and again, it's only 6. That's the thing about these like BBC shows.
Yeah, they're
There's
easy to
never many
binge.
episodes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I was trying to choose my show for our next show that we're gonna watch in our little Zoom group. And I know I had said the girl from Eponema,
Mm-hmm.
if I'm saying that right. And I started to watch the first episode, and I don't think I can do it.
So, what are you going to pick instead?
So I don't know if I want to just go with an easy one and do Sweet Magnolias or Magnolia.
It's up to you.
I know. I don't know. I have to give it more
It's
research,
so
but
hard to
it's
pick
so overwhelming.
because Heather's going to hate it.
I know. And also because you guys have watched nearly everything. So I have limited options as well.
Specifically me, I've watched all of Netflix.
I know. I'm like, what about this? Oh, you've watched it. What about this? Oh, Heather's watched it. What about this?
I'm getting really close to starting some of the Netflix shows that are just like dubbed with a different language.
Well, okay.
Do you
So
get a lot of like recommended shows like that, or is it just me? Or is Netflix like diving deep into their like archives?
yeah, I
Because I've
think that
watched
you've
everything.
watched too many things and they're running out of shows. Okay. Well, maybe I'll have something to report next week on maybe a new book or a new show. Ooh, yummy. What did you make?
Okay, so I don't
Well,
have
also,
recipes to share. What'd you say?
I said, also, cheers.
I know, I'm back to cooking. One of the things you have to do when you can walk. Um, I don't have recipes for either of those because I just made them on my own.
Okay.
So the salad is something I do all the time in the summer. We get a farm share and we always get like tons of greens. And so I love just like greens with fresh strawberries and goat cheese. And then from there, I vary it a little bit. Sometimes I throw on like toasted pumpkin seeds. Sometimes I do sesame seeds. Um, any sort of like nut or seed that we have, I'll usually throw in. And I usually mix up like a dressing that's just like lemon juice, honey, a little bit of salt and pepper, a
Yum.
little bit of water, olive oil, a little
This
bit.
is like my favorite summer salad.
Yeah.
Just the strawberries with like spinach or whatever kind of like arugula or spring mix or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that one's spinach because that's what I had tonight. I made it again tonight. And we had fresh strawberries this time from the farm. Those were from the supermarket. And I had kale and radicchio, I think, today. I don't think I had spinach. But
Okay. And I love it. It's good with feta too.
yeah, I like that the goat cheese is like feta is so salty. And I feel like goat
Yeah.
cheese is a little bit like it goes a little better with the sweetness. Because the
Yeah.
dressing I make is always a little bit sweet too with the
Gotcha.
honey.
And what's that sandwich?
So that was like a crusty, like local sliced bread, and it's cheddar. And then I made like a homemade bruschetta, and I put that in the middle, and then flipped it. So it's like a grilled cheese, and I didn't have slicing tomatoes. I only had little like grape tomatoes. So I chopped them and made like a bruschetta and put it in the middle.
Look at you.
It was really good.
Yum. I love all of that.
Yeah.
I made last night, this is like one of my go-to summer dishes. It's like a beach body, like one of their cookbook recipes. So it's just like a chicken, pineapple, pepper, and red onion kebab. And the chicken is marinated in sesame oil. And you can use like a low sodium soy sauce, but I use like liquid aminos and some ginger. So just marinate in that and then put them on the sticks and grill them. So we usually eat that with like brown rice. So that's like the boys love it because Jackson loves the grilled pineapple and Kevin likes it too. So if it's healthy and everyone likes it, I'm on board.
Yeah, big fan. I love doing those too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we've got cute stuff your kids did this week. Do you want to go first?
Okay, so I guess it was, I don't even know what day it was really, honestly, but Wheel of Fortune was on and Jackson was still awake. So he's sitting with me and he's like, I can see him just like zoning in, like, what is this game show that like is on right now? And they were saying the letters and then they were like cheering and clapping and he's like, R, and he starts like yelling letters at the TV and then like they would say like no R or whatever. And he's like, oh man. And then they would say another letter. He's like, yeah, T. And they would say 4 T's. He goes, I got 4 T's. So it was like the cutest thing ever that he got that excited about Wheel of Fortune because it's one of my favorite shows growing up. Like I always watched it with my grandparents. So now he's like, when is Wheel of Fortune on? 7:30 at night. So like tonight, we were trying to get him to go to bed earlier because he didn't nap. He was at the pool all day. So I was like, I wonder if there are Wheel of Fortune videos on YouTube that I can just show him and then get him to go to bed. And there are like actual episodes. I think they have like the previous day's episodes on their channel or something. So we watched it and he was like, again, super excited. And he's like, Mommy, you get all the puzzles. You're so good at this. So like he like gets that it's making words and everything. So it was really adorable. So
that's so cute. My kids were also very into Wheel of Fortune, like when they were learning letters, because they loved like guessing them and then watching them flip. But we haven't had cable now in a couple of years.
Yeah.
Okay, my story is not exactly what I would call cute, but hysterical and worth mentioning. So last night at 4:30 in the morning, I woke up to the sound of Luke, he's my 7-year-old, walking into our bedroom, and I assumed he like just climbed in bed near Mike. And then the next thing I know, Mike's like, "What are you doing, buddy?" And I look over, and Luke's sitting on Mike's chest,
Like sitting up straight on his
like
chest?
Indian style.
Okay.
Crisscross applesauce. And he says, he's like, "I just wanted to look at you." Hops off, walks back to his bedroom, and goes to sleep.
Was he sleepwalking?
I don't know. If he was sleepwalking, would he have been able to say, "I just wanted to look at you"?
I don't know. Possibly.
Yeah, so that's what I'm living with.
Huh. I wonder what Luke will do tonight. Has he ever done anything like this before? That's pretty. If I was Mike, I'd be scared.
No, what did it like? He definitely woke up and went to the bathroom. Like I heard him.
Okay.
I'm a pretty light sleeper, so as soon as he was walking in the hallway, I heard him. So he went to the bathroom and then he came to our room. So I don't think he was sleepwalking because he went to the bathroom.
Yeah.
But
Huh.
yeah, we'll see. We'll see how this escalates.
All right. Once I saw your meme, I had to do that other meme that we like someone shared in our meme stop post this like the other day. But
Time out. I have to be honest, I don't get it. Please explain this one to me. And I've seen it so many times on the internet this week and I don't get it.
wait, which one?
The one you posted.
Okay, so New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut are being applauded for their efforts and for getting numbers to drop down. So Florida and Texas and Arizona are like now having to go back in their reopening and close things because their numbers are, they have like daily highs every day. They're setting like daily, like new cases, deaths, and everything like that in those three cases. So New York is saying to Texas, like, you don't look very well. Texas is like, I feel fine, like about COVID.
Okay.
And Florida is like, it's happening, it's happening, it's happening. So like they're lines from Bridesmaids.
Okay.
You still don't get it?
That's like, yeah, I mean, I
Like
guess I
Texas
didn't know,
are
like,
trying to
I
say that
still
they're
think,
fine, but they're not.
yeah, I guess I still think of New York as such like because even with New York doing well, it's still like 100 times the cases we're having here. So it's
Well,
like,
yeah, I think where you are, it's completely different.
yeah,
But
this is like, I
Texas,
don't
Florida,
get it.
Arizona are all, they're all states that opened before everyone else, and
Oh,
now
okay,
their
okay.
cases are starting to increase.
Yeah, like while we were in total quarantine, I just did not pay attention to the rest of the world. So I didn't even know like when they were opening or what was going on.
It was like weeks before we started our initial reopening.
Mm. Okay,
Well,
so
think about like Florida, like they had all that, they had spring break kids still down there.
yeah, see,
And
I thought they just hadn't even closed yet. I didn't know that was when
yeah,
they
I
were
don't know if
reopened
like
for that.
I don't know if their restrictions were as strict as
Did they
ours.
ever close?
I don't think they ever officially like closed down completely, to
Oh.
be honest. But I could be wrong. I don't know. I don't live in Florida.
So my favorite meme was the only predictable thing about 2020 is that Florida continues to be absolutely wild. Not just because of like the fact that there's parties on the beach going on, but just Florida news is always wild.
Oh yeah, there's like the laws that are like actual laws in Florida. Like people are just like, what like how's this a thing?
Love the Florida memes. Big fan.
Yeah.
All right, what did you buy this week?
Okay, so I bought all of the pool things because
All the pool
we've
things.
been going there every day. So I bought him all these pool toys. It was just like a bundle on Amazon. It had everything. Got it. I also had to get him a puddle jumper because ours was down at the beach and then we forgot to bring it back. So I was like, whatever, I'll just buy buy another one and we'll keep that one down there. And then I got him goggles because then he saw a kid with goggles and he's like, oh, I need goggles.
Goggles, yeah.
I don't wear them. He doesn't wear them. So I just got all the pool things. And then
kids do the same thing. They see someone with goggles, they want them immediately. They put them on their head for 10 seconds and rip them off.
Yeah, and you know what? I don't even think he knows to open his eyes underwater. Like, I don't think he like is like, okay, now I have goggles. Now I can open my eyes underwater. I don't think he does. So I think he wears goggles and closes his eyes. But my Target story is that, so last night I went running. And I thought for a second, because I drove a few minutes to this big county park that we have that has some really good trails, because it gets boring just running on roads every once in a while. So I went to this park 5 minutes from my house, and I thought to myself, I could say I'm going running and really just go to Target. As it's nighttime, it was like 7 o'clock. I was like, I brought my purse, I brought my mask and everything. And I was like, no, I'll go running. And then afterwards, I'll be like, are both the boys asleep? And if they're asleep, then I'll go to Target, which is what I did. Because then I was like, well, then I'll feel bad that I didn't go running and I just went and spent, all this money at Target. So that's what I did last night. And I went to Target and I spent like $200.
On what?
I couldn't tell you. Well, I did get this shirt, a cute little tank, because my red, white, and bougie shirt came in and it was wrong.
What do you mean wrong?
Like, I ordered a tank like this and they sent me a men's medium short sleeve shirt.
That said red, white, and bougie?
Yeah, I was like so mad. So I'm like, so I have to reach out to them and see if I can return it. But if I return it, it's not going to be here by the 4th of July. So I was really annoyed. So we're going to see if it fits Kevin.
That's hysterical. I would like it if it fits Kevin.
But I got this at Target, said for my 4th of July shirt. And I just got like diapers and diaper pail things and snacks and storage bins. I just got everything that I feel like I needed to get at Target that I haven't been able to get over the past 3 months. I walked down every aisle. It was amazing. It was like 8:30 at night, so like not a lot of people were there. Had my mask on, sanitized the whole cart before I got there. Like, it was worth it.
Nice. Okay. So Liam thinks he's a wizard. He asked for a wizard kit.
What brought this on?
He's very into Harry Potter right now.
Okay.
And he is really excited to get this because there's a book of spells and he keeps asking me if the wizard wand is real. So very, very excited for it to come. He's counting the sleeps until it gets here.
My goodness.
Oh yeah, big time excited. I'll let you know how it is. It came from Oriental Trading, I think I ordered it from. I looked stuff up and the Harry Potter actual brand ones looked like it didn't have as much stuff. Though this one was so cheap, I can't imagine anything in it is quality. It's less than $20. It's probably made of tissue paper. We'll see. I'll let you know.
What house does he consider himself?
Oh, he is Gryffindor. Yes, I'm Hufflepuff, Mike is Ravenclaw, and Luke is Slytherin.
Luke is Slytherin. Isn't that the...
Yeah, but he wants to be Slytherin, so whatever. I mean, he wakes up in the middle of the night and sits on people's chests. That
sounds about right.
Slytherin to me. Okay, this weekend we got a stand-up paddleboard, and I'm so excited to use it. We did take it out the day we got it. We got it on Saturday. And we just took it out in the lake that's right in town. Mm-hmm. And I thought I'd just sit. I actually got to stand up, which
nice.
I've stand-up paddleboarded multiple times before, but not, 3 days out of a cast.
Yeah.
So I was just so excited that 4 weeks from breaking my ankle, I was on a stand-up paddleboard. I was really impressed with myself.
So what kind of plans do you have for this? stand-up paddleboard?
Just like it's easier to put on the car than the canoe. We have a canoe that we take out, and all four of us can fit in the canoe. I'll be honest, after we took this out, we got in the car and Mike was like, we should get another.
Yeah, I feel like for a family of four, you would need two at least.
Right. Yeah, because we were both able to take the kids out on it with us, but not two adults. But normally wherever we go, it's like one person might be out on it with like one of the kids and the other one's on like the shore and there's a kid swimming. So, I mean, it's rare that we all, but no, with the canoe, we all fit in it and go all over the place. So, I don't know, maybe we'll end up with two. Who knows?
Where did you get it?
Just like a local ski shop that sells water sports and mountain bike stuff in the summer.
Nice. And do you have plans to do stand-up paddleboard yoga?
So not in like a group. I don't know that there's any that like meets and does it. Maybe I'll try some stuff on my own.
Yeah. Okay. Because I've done it before. It's intense, but I really thought it was cool.
Did you fall in?
No, I made sure not to fall in because it was in the bay and I was like, I don't want to fall in. And we anchored near like a little grassy area. So I was like, I didn't want to fall in near like the grass, low, shallow.
Did anyone fall in? That was.
Oh yeah, people were falling in. You just heard the little splashes as you were in yoga poses. I was like, oh my God, my core.
Kind of messes with your meditation, huh?
Yeah. But it's cool. I love the paddle boards and I would love to get one too.
Yeah, it's so fun. I am all about it. And I'm so excited now that I can stand that I can do it all summer. So excited.
Goodbye. Okay. Well, that's this week's episode of Mom Chats with Julie and Chelsea from Your Basic Mom. So check us out and stay tuned for next week. Have a happy 4th of July. Cheers.